This video is all about Florida's affordable housing crisis. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. My name is Chris Igoe. If you're a returning viewer, I appreciate your participation in our journey. Today, we're going to get right into it. And I just found an article this morning from the Sun Sentinel talking in detail. And shockingly, they did a great job doing a deep dive into the data that exists in the affordable pricing markets. So I want to share that article with you now so that you can make the best decisions for yourself, for your family, and for your financial bottom line. So this is directly from the Florida Sun Sentinel. It came out this morning at 7 o'clock. And I suspect by the time you see this, it will be Monday, but I will not edit this video. I want to get this out to you as quickly as possible so that you know exactly what's going on. But the article goes on to say the share of affordable homes plummets for the typical family in South Florida. The number of homes that were affordable for the typical family in South Florida has plummeted to some of the lowest levels in almost a decade, a new index shows. In the Tri-County area, meaning Broward, Dade, Palm Beach County, that could be considered affordable ranged from 12 to 32%, depending on the county, according to the National Association of Home Builders / Wells Fargo Housing Opportunity Index. It goes on to say that demand has grown significantly and supply is lagging behind. Now, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know I've talked about those dynamics. When you have an increase in demand and a static supply, prices rise and affordability dwindles. Well, thank you for the news flash, Rose. I've been talking about that now for quite some time. Goes on to say that Matt Smith of Lighthouse Point said that he and his wife are currently searching for a home and it's been a challenge. Because of the big boom we've had 2 years ago, we are stuck with homes that are super overpriced and we are trying to navigate what we can afford. Well, that is not a unique experience. There are plenty of folks out there that I talk to on a regular basis who want to move up and they're looking for something bigger and they think they are trapped because they're priced out by the market. Now, depending on the circumstance, that is not necessarily true because if we've got leverage and a motivated seller, we can often negotiate a seller rate buy down. And they can pay your closing costs and we can negotiate and we can knock off some price depending on their motivation. So this is going to be on a case-by-case basis, but it is 100% true that if you are trapped in a certain range of income, you have less options and you might be priced out by the market because prices have exploded and affordability has dwindled. The NAHB looked at transactions that took place in a given quarter in Miami-Dade, Palm Beach, and Broward County, as well as the median income in the area, and from there calculated the share of homes sold that were considered affordable to those making the typical income, defined by spending no more than 28% of their monthly income towards housing. And here's what the numbers show. Nationally, the share of affordable homes has sunk to its lowest levels since 2012, as higher mortgage rates, low supply, and intense demand combined have made affordability a challenge. Well, it's the same in South Florida, and I've been talking about that for a long time. In Palm Beach County, the fourth quarter numbers for 2022 show that 31% of homes sold were considered affordable to a household making the median income of $90,000. Now, I hate when people use median. I prefer average. It makes more sense. But nonetheless, the median income was $90,000, which was a drop from the same period a year prior, where there were 51% of homes sold that could be accessible to the typical household, making that median income. And as you can see in Q4, it was 31%. Now, the trend was similar in Broward. The region had 32% of homes sold that could be considered affordable in the fourth quarter of last year. 3 years ago, back in the good old days, back in 2019, back before the pandemic, a whopping 60% of homes sold would be reachable for most families. And it got worse in 2021, where affordability tumbled. In the last quarter of 2021, 51% of homes were considered affordable than in the first quarter of 2022, when about 44% of homes sold were considered to be affordable. In the third quarter, there was 35.5% homes that were deemed to be affordable. It's a major problem. People don't talk enough about how much taxes and homeowners insurance have gone up. It's almost as much as a mortgage payment. Well, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that I've talked about taxes increasing. You know that I've talked about homeowners insurance going through the roof. Now, the good news as far as homeowners insurance is concerned is that the state has finally taken action and they've enacted laws which will now allow insurance companies to go after fraudulent claims. And what I suspect will happen is that competition will come back into the market and pricing will come down over time. But we had massive fraud in the home insurance market, and that has been stamped out. That will no longer really take place. And with that, prices for insurance will come down. And if I had to venture to guess as to how long it will take to be truly competitive, when there's been a mass exodus from insurers leaving the state, I would say it would probably take somewhere between 12, 18, or 24 months. But make no mistake, the insurers are coming back and homeowners insurance will start to come back down to more affordable levels, which is obviously a good thing and will certainly help with this crisis. And Ryan Patton, president of Capital Lending Group in Coconut Creek. Well, shout out to Ryan because I suspect we're Facebook friends. And if we dial it back a little bit further, pretty sure we played sports together. Nonetheless, often the principal and interest is fine. But when you add in taxes, HOA fees, and homeowners insurance, we've seen massive increases. When you add them all together, it prices people out. This is why it is critical to work with a professional who understands the numbers and can run them so that you know what you're looking at financially prior to ever shopping. Because the last thing anybody ever wants you to do is go out, find your dream home, find a great deal, and then learn that you can't afford it. So it is critical to work with somebody who can do that. And we would love to help if that's something we can serve and support you with. Now, it goes back to Matt Smith and his wife. They're running into trouble finding a place that not only fits their budget, but is in a safe area not too far from their jobs. They started the home search process about a month ago, deciding that now was not the best time to enter the market after keeping close watch over the past 2 years. The couple was looking for more space than their condo, which they're currently in. We have our wants, we have our needs, and they aren't outrageous. But pricing right now is outrageous. My concern for them would be that in the future, if they wait, I suspect they're going to pay a significantly higher interest rate than what we have today. So it's yet to be determined whether affordability of home or next property is going to be the thing that prices them out, or if it's going to be an 8, 9, 10% interest rate. Yet to be determined. I don't know, but I suspect we're going to continue to see single digit growth over the course of the next few years. And I also suspect that interest rates are going significantly higher. So, Matt, if you're out there watching, please reach out. We'd love to help. Which now brings us to Miami-Dade County. And the percentage of affordable homes in the fourth quarter was a touch over 12%. The last index revealed that in the fourth quarter of 2022, a mere 12% of homes were affordable to those making the median income of $68,000. It's less than half of what there was affordable 3 years ago, when about 32% of homes in the first quarter of 2019 were considered affordable. Housing costs continue to far outpace wage growth. Well, I wonder if there was anybody talking about that here recently or for a long time. And if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I have. But according to the data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, wages have only gone up about 7% in the last year, while housing costs have jumped by about 16%. And inflation, if it was adjusted for real terms, would probably be something closer to 18, 19%, if I was to venture to guess, not this nonsense that they're showing at 7%. But that's a topic for another day. But according to Quint, who was named in the article earlier, the solution is simple. It's to build more homes. Well, what I guess he isn't aware of is there's no more land. And if we ever start to develop the Everglades, I am out of here. Now, I hope you found this content valuable. And if you did, please subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend, give it a thumbs up, and check out my next video because I suspect you will love it a lot. And until next time,